And welcome back to the Mutual Friends podcast. How are you? I hope you're well. I am doing very well, and this is being recorded on Sunday, as in, like, if you're listening to a Monday when this releases, yesterday, because this is the first day that I've been able to breathe through my nose. This is the first day that I've been able to, like, not have a pounding headache. I've been sick for almost a week, and it has been horrific. Of course, took a COVID test. It was not COVID. Don't know what it was. I think it was just honestly what's like passing through everybody, some virus. I have no idea. But it took me out. I was not happy about it. So we are recording the day before, but I mind this in from a stress level perspective, but from a group chat stories perspective, this is actually very helpful because all the stories are very relevant. And we've got a very special story that tonight may come into fruition. So then tomorrow, like, you guys listening to this will know if this is correct or not. And if you probably know what I'm talking about, but we can dive right into the stories, honestly. Today's podcast, we are reading some I've been really liking these submission stories, guys. I've been loving these type of episodes. It's so fun. We're doing a solo one today, and today we're doing worst date stories. You guys sent in some really, really good ones. Let's get into the group chat. First story, Taylor Swift changed her profile picture to a black and white version, which of course everybody is thinking that this means that she's going to be releasing Reputation. I'm recording this as I'm doing my laundry to get ready for bed. We're gonna just scrap everything I just said and realize that Taylor just announced the Tortured Poets Department during the Grammys. Like, who's going to be paying attention to the Grammys? Did she just like mess up the entire media plan for the Grammys? Very exciting news for the Taylor Swift people. Next story. I have my water with me because I need to stay very hydrated. My throat is still quite dry. Demi Lovato slammed for singing Heart Attack. Okay, her song Heart Attack at the American Heart Association, like an event for the American Heart Association. This is insane. So Demi Lovato had fans cringing after a video of her singing her 2013 song Heart Attack at an American Heart Association event this week circulated on social media. The singer, who also uses they, them pronouns. Again, when they are like writing these stories, they insert these weird like anecdotes or like things that don't really have any relevance to the story, but okay. They said the singer who also uses they, them pronouns belted her popular song. So if they use they, why wouldn't they belted their popular song? Why wouldn't, whatever. It's okay. This is from page 6. Popular song at the American Heart Association's annual Go Red for Women Red Dress Collection concert, which aims to raise awareness about cardiovascular disease. This happened on Wednesday night. Fans thought the song choice was odd, especially for someone who suffered from 3 strokes and a heart attack during a near-fatal overdose in 2018 and expressed their confusion online. Well, that's a bit dark, don't you think? One ex-user asked fellow fans. I think this was a really weird move. That just seems dumb. And here's the worst part about it is I think it was probably a purposeful decision, and I think it was just bad. So it goes on. However, an inside source told Page 6 Friday that performing Heart Attack was a strategic move for Lovato and was even encouraged by the American Heart Association. Hello? Following Demi's heart attack and near-death experience for a few years, Demi thought she would not be able to sing Heart Attack, the insider explained. Lovato feels as though she has been able to reclaim the song, the source added. The camp rock star prefaced her performance with a meaningful note as well. So she had said before the song, while my next song is about the intense feelings that come with falling in love as well as heartbreak, opening yourself up, taking risks, and not being afraid to do it again. This song has many parallels for me, my journey, and a reminder for all of us in the room just how strong the mind-heart-body connection truly is. Another eyewitness told Page 6 that event attendees were enjoying the show and didn't seem to take offense to the song choice. So maybe it was just a social media flop there. Definitely, that's the first time that I had heard her anecdote beforehand. And if she gave some context on hey, why I'm seeing Heart Attack, I wasn't able to sing this until recently because of what happened to me. That makes sense. But if it needs that much context, I feel like that's a little questionable. So interesting choice. Not sure I would have went with that choice. Also, page 6, I'm confused on why you are referencing somebody as her. If you are also saying that they use they, them pronouns. I'm unsure if Demi uses she and they, but confusing. That is okay though. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, I just looked it up and Demi literally has said they prefer others using they, them pronouns when referring to them. How are you going to write an article and say who also uses they, them pronouns and then say her the entire... What the Anyway, just weird. Next one. Tiger King star Joe Exotic begs Kourtney, this is hysterical, begs Kourtney Kardashian to have Kim get him out of hellhole prison. Joe is doing the most. Joe Exotic is seeking legal help in the unlikeliest of places, Instagram. This is also from page 6. The Tiger King star made his way to Kourtney Kardashian's account and commented on a photo of her and her newborn son, Rocky, who I definitely would kind of wish we had Mickey, but that's okay. Rocky's cute too. To beg for help to be released from prison. All cute. Also, please have your sister help me get out of this hellhole. Exotic, whose real name is Joseph Maldonado, okay, wrote in the comment section on Sunday. While the statement garnered more than 7,200 likes and tons of responses by Friday, none of them came from either Kardashian. I love that. He's just like, oh my God, cute baby. Also, if you can get me out of here, that'd be superb. So irrelevant and so freaking weird. He was sentenced to 22 years in prison in January 2020 for hatching a sick murder for... What is this sentence? For hatching a sick murder for hire plot against a rival and killing 5 tigers. That could have been said so much better. The Netflix personality ultimately had 1 year removed from his sentence after a federal appeals court ruled that improper sentencing guidelines were used. Exotic's Instagram comment wasn't the first time he has sought Kim's help since the Skims founder, 43, began fighting for prison reform during Donald Trump's presidency. He's like, you know who's going to get me out of this? Kim. Except, Joe, I don't think that Kim has much to offer you. I think you're kind of in there, and I don't think that you're one of those that's going to be helped, but who knows? Interesting stories. I haven't heard about the Tiger King in a very long time, so when I saw that, I was like, wow, blast from COVID. Did anybody, I don't think I went through all of Tiger King, but I feel like there's not a single person that didn't watch at least one episode. What a feral time that was. Very interesting. All right, so those were the stories. We kind of blasted through them, very, very short stories, but all very good. I'm not going to lie, this will probably be a little bit of a shorter episode because I can already hear my throat drying, but the show must go on. I'm honestly very happy to be recording because I was very scared that we would have to be in, we have to skip the week, and I was like, not about it. All right, worst date stories. Of course, with these, I typically like to give some sort of personal anecdote, but fun fact, I've never actually been on a date with somebody that I didn't, I wasn't already dating. I had a high school boyfriend, and we, of course, met in school, started dating, and we would go on dates as a couple. And then, of course, I had known Joseph since 3rd grade, so I never did the whole dating thing. So I have never been on a date with somebody that I didn't know, which is why I think that I love these stories even more, because I have no relation to them, and I love hearing people's experiences going on dates. I think it's so fun. So let's start. First one, this person says, the worst date was a date that I did not consent to with a girl that turned out to be racist. Okay, well, how did you not consent to the date? Did somebody trick you onto the date? Were you bamboozled onto this date? What do you mean you didn't consent to the date? I feel like then somebody else had to set up the date for you to be there. And a girl that turned out to be racist. And they didn't even bamboozle you with a good date. What the heck? Okay, next one. A kiss cam, the Stingrays. Okay, so for Charleston people, went to a Stingrays game, which also, I think a hockey game or a sporting event is actually a very fun date. I just would make that I would say that's date 3. I would do coffee, a dinner, and then like an activity. You know what? I think that's a very good formula for dating. So a kiss cam at the Stingrays, the guy stood up on the chair and shook his ass when I said no. That would be awkward if you were at a sporting event and the kiss cam went onto you and you didn't want to kiss them, and then on top of that, he just got up and like shook his ass. He's like, I don't know what to do. I mean, honestly, poor guy. Like, he's like, she won't kiss me, so like, let's do something. Although that is a turnoff. Also, I feel like, again, if you're at a sporting event, I would say the best time to do that is third date or after. And I feel like at the third date, you would have already kissed or you were interested in kissing them. So that's why you shouldn't go on the first date, because what if you get the kiss cam and it's your first date and you're like, I don't know if I'm going to kiss this person. I don't even know them. So you do it on the third date when you're like, okay, this is going somewhere. Strategy. This one. So a man asked me what my breeding habits were. I thought he meant for dogs. I don't breed dogs, and he was not referring to that. He meant kids. Whoa. This man just approaches this woman and says, what are your breeding habits? I'm trying to think of like how you would answer that. What are your are you asking how many times she's has sex? Are you asking how many people? Are you asking how to breed? That you should ask your mom. Don't ask that. Don't ask any version of those questions on a date. 2, never refer to breeding and a person in the same sentence when it's not referring to like animals, dog breeds, but breeding humans. Let's refrain. Okay, my birthday dinner, he said my acne was bad and, quote, just wash with water to fix it. I didn't ask. Birthday dinner? Here's the thing. I'm assuming like worst dates. I'm also thinking first dates, which I guess some of these may not have been first dates. It could have been, down the line, or even with somebody you were with and it was just really, really bad. But if you're at your birthday dinner, I definitely feel like this is somebody that you know, like somebody close to you. Possibly, I would say dating, like you are in a relationship with. He said my acne was bad and just wash with water. Yeah, nobody asked. Please crawl in a hole, I beg of you, and then just take the dirt and just kind of do this and cover yourself with the dirt and stay there. Let's do that rather than asking people or telling people that their acne is bad and giving them advice on how to wash their face when they didn't ask. That's a thought, something to ponder. Showed up and I was half a foot taller. It was great, but gave me the ick hugging. I get this, like, poor short men. Also, how did you not know? Well, I guess if you're on a dating app and they're not lying, like, that, then you wouldn't be surprised by height. However, if you're just meeting somebody like through a friend or something like that, like, what do? I was half a foot taller. If you're not expecting that, I totally get why that would be a little jarring. But at least it was a great date. It gave me the ick while hugging. I'm trying to think, if I were to date and a guy was that much shorter than me, I don't think I would have an issue with it, but also I'm 5'4". So it doesn't take a lot to be taller than me, and like height really isn't something that I look for. But I know people who are tall generally also look for people who are tall because they want somebody taller than them, because it's sort of novel, or it's like harder to find. But that's funny. All right. Rainy hike turned into getting lost. He spent an hour fuming and cursing. Last date with him. Ooh. Okay. Rainy hike. Again, an activity. I'm hoping that this was date 3 or after. But to be fair, if you're doing like an activity, like a hike or something, you really get to see that person's true colors. How do they problem solve? How can you work together? And if you're seeing them and they are just absolutely having a fit, it's not the move. It's not the thing to do. It's not it. And Yeah, at least it's clear. That's why, but you keep that activity on like the third date for sure. Last one. This is a very short podcast, guys, and I know it's honestly a lot of bit shorter. I hope that you don't mind. I would definitely wanted you guys to have a podcast versus me not putting one out. But after this, I'm going to have to I don't know, have a cough drop or something. All right, last one. Dating app, cute, stupid tall NBA player. Setting it up. 15 minutes into the dinner, the waitress offer. What? This can't be real. 15 minutes into the dinner, the waitress offered to blow him. What? He looked at me and said, "Gonna one-up her?" I said, "No." He dropped a few bills on the table and left. There's no... Oh, yak. The only reason I would ever enjoy that is because I'd be like, oh my God, this is going to make such a good TikTok later. I would go on TikTok and that's a bad date. One, at least it was short. That is a bad date. I think that definitely takes the cake of all of these, I think. And I would challenge somebody I challenge you guys right now. If you think that you have a date that's worse than that, I need you to send it in. That is so bad. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for bearing with me while I'm hoping that it sounds okay. I don't sound congested or anything like that. This was very short and sweet, and yeah, I'm gonna need to drink a lot of water and have a cough drop or something. But yeah, I love you guys so much. We've got some really cool episodes coming up. And I really appreciate you guys and your patience with me. And thank you so much to everybody who submitted. We've been getting some amazing submissions for these story episodes, and I've been loving them. If you have any suggestions for episodes or things that you're wanting us to do, please let me know. Head to the Instagram, send me a DM, whatever is best for you. And thank you guys for listening. Definitely subscribe, review, all the things. Yes, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify Podcasts. You can rate on both of them, and then you can leave a review on Apple. If you are watching on YouTube, please comment down below what your worst date story was, as well as if you like this episode. And I am starting to lose it. I can feel it in my throat. So I love you very much. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.